What is happening, Cigars Daily Nation? Today, I got a bone to pick with some of the aficionados out there. I love the cigar community. There's some of the best and weirdest people in the world of cigars. Guys and gals that truly I've had some intensely deep and amazing conversations with, and other people who make me a little bit uncomfortable. And for that reason, it's basically the perfect community to be involved in. But there's something that I see pop up every once in a while that drives me a little bit nuts. Like any good family, we all have that crazy uncle that shows up at dinner. And in the cigar world, for me, it's the person whose opinion about the quality of your cigars becomes something that everybody needs to hear about. I see this happen in the lounge. Guys will be sitting around enjoying a cigar, and one guy will point at someone else's cigar and say, "Oh, you're smoking one of those. That thing's a piece of garbage." At the end of the day, everybody's got an opinion. You've heard this. Opinions are like buttholes. Everyone's got one and they all stink. When it comes to cigars, there is this colossally huge variety of premium blends out there. Everyone is a little bit different. This one right here, take for instance, is Aganorce's JFR Maduro. This is a cigar that costs about as much as a rubber kickball from Walmart. There are cigars that are so affordable that they're not more than the cost of adding bacon to your cheeseburger when you go out to eat. There are cigars that are very affordable and provide all of the experience that a premium cigar should, but some people choose to look down on this. And I think that that's messed up. In reality, while some people live by the opinion, I see the cigar world as split up into a few different kinds of aficionados. One type of aficionado is the elite, the very well-classed and sophisticated aficionado. For this type of person, cost is no object. It could be the best possible cigar out there. But then there are other people who are a little more price conscious. There are people for whom more affordable cigars is a higher value. These are people that I understand intimately. When I first got into cigars, and I've told this before on the channel, I was in college. And then when I got out of college, I worked in church ministry. So I was poor. And I didn't have a ton of money to spend on cigars. So the value of the cigars I had was everything to me. When I would go to my local brick and mortar lounge, if I could buy a brick of 20, where have I got a similar looking thing? If I could get a brick of 20 cigars that were naked like this, I could take them home, put them in my humidor. I felt like a rich man. And I love that today the premium cigar industry supports aficionados of every type and variety, even the guys who were the way that I was for so long, where affordable cigars were like what I could get my hands on. And even still, there's the type of aficionado who's just kind of like a principled person that won't spend more than a certain amount on anything. They'll go out to eat and they won't get the top tier steak because by gosh, the 12-ounce New York strip is fine for me. I don't need that porterhouse thing, whatever. Like, there's just a mindset about these things. And so in this video, my goal is to talk to that aficionado who's got the opinion about everything. And my sense is that these are probably more guys who are seeking the elite cigar, the one that comes with a certain amount of prestige. The reality is, there's another way of thinking about this. Another way of thinking about cigars that allows them to be a part of an aficionado's life and enjoy every part of them. The cigar wouldn't be nearly as good if you got it and lit the thing up and went into the experience, but then didn't enjoy it because you felt like you overpaid. I think I've got a really good example of what this is like that doesn't have much to do with cigars, but let me show you something. You see, this is my Challenger. It's a 2008 Dodge Challenger. And for me, it is the perfect muscle car, and here's exactly why. Not for all the reasons that people typically go after muscle cars. They want the beefiest, manliest muscle car. This is a regular RT, 8-cylinder. It's not even a Hellcat. The reason I love this car is because it gives me all of the added benefits of having a cool, badass, fast car, and I paid $12,000 for it. See, for my car nuts, you'll understand this. I got this thing with a salvage title, which means it's worth significantly less than a brand new one of these or even just a used one would be, because it's got some history. It's got some baggage, if you will. And this thing was stolen at some point. The insurance company totaled it out and then somehow recovered the salvage. They must have found it after it was stolen. But the thing hasn't been in any serious wrecks. It's got a totally straight frame. And then it was sold at auction and some guy's mom bought it and drove it for like 10 years. And because this guy's mom was driving the car, it didn't get used that much. The thing still doesn't even have 80,000 miles on it. This car is basically the perfect muscle car for two reasons. A, it's a cool, badass car, and B, it's the most affordable thing I could find. I saw this, I snatched it up immediately, but this is exactly how I am as a cigar aficionado. To me, it doesn't have to be the expensive thing, the blend that is super ultra aged, amazing. For me, the best blend out there is the one that absolutely blows me away and is reasonable considering like what I'm going to pay for it versus the quality that I get out of it. It's one of the reasons I go so gangbusters for cigars that bat above like their price. Like a cigar that its affordability is good, but the flavor goes way beyond that. It's one of my things about the cigar world I love is that today there are so many cigar makers out there making really nice, well-aged, extremely well fermented cigars that are of high caliber and quality that cost less than the Starbucks Mocha Loca Freaky Deaky Extra Diabetes thing that people order every single morning on the way to work. These cigars, for me, I think about the Challenger all the time when I think about these cigars. They're the more affordable ones that are good enough that it's like, oh my gosh, this any day of the week for me. And so there you have it. The ultimate cigar selection for any aficionado is going to be exactly what's well suited for them. Some people want the really nice, elite, top shelf, high-end cigars, the ungettable of ungettable, super hyped up blends. Other people are looking for the cigar that fits inside the budget and allows them to continue having other freedoms in life even outside of cigars. The cigar that's truly like my Challenger right here, the one that bats above a certain shelf price and provides quality beyond what someone feels like they paid for it. This is what the premium cigar world is all about. A community of overwhelmingly diverse people of every different shape and kind. So stick with your opinions. Follow what you want in the world of cigars and don't ever apologize to anyone.